Hey y'all, welcome back. It's me, Mama King. I am the Divine Oracle. It is the first of the month, right? We're in August 2025. And I've had the reading up for August 2025 up for a few weeks now. If you want to check it out, if I remember, I'll try to link it in the description. Right now, I'm reading for Leo. Okay. It's a very interesting reading. Okay. This could apply to everyone at this time with for being in Leo season, or specifically, it could be your sun sign, or you could have Leo highly placed. All right. So let's dive into this. I found this, what I've channeled so far, very interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out in the tarot. Okay, I do have Queen of Swords energy. This could be you, someone you know, but this is the energy I see so far. Um, Also looking like there's no reward or no victory. It could be due to some sort of corruption or even a distrust. There's some dependence on an ego energy or seeking outside validation. Um, with the Queen of Swords energy, you could be someone who makes some effort on some psychological effort or psychological level. You could be very intelligent. You could be um, a psychologist or some sort of counselor or mental health therapist or advocate. Okay. Um, so you don't actually have to have a degree or work in that field, but you could advocate for mental wellness and mental health. Someone who's very wise, very sharp mentally. Okay. You may be doing a little too much. You could be overworking right now, being very diligent, hardworking, gathering inner strength, or you do have a lot of strength, okay? But you're being cautioned right now to not overwork yourself and to cause any sort of physical burnout, okay? There's no reward on a dependence of outside validation or um, overworking or doing too much. Or you could be strategizing some sort of investment with the Seven of Pentacles energy. So, I mean, we understand that, okay? Um, but you could be actually working against your goal here, overturning your success and victory, possibly dealing with either a self-esteem issue, some sort of physical energy. This may be coming from an outside source, or if not, then it's you. Well, to me, it does seem to be coming from an outside source, even if someone's not focused on doing anything specific to you, because it looks like someone here is really concerned about what others may think. Like you have a big outside energy. You look outside, maybe things look perfectly fine, very well put together. Virgo is also significant in this energy, but you feel small inside, or something about you feels like it's maybe not living up to some sort of expectation. I'm not sure. We're going to see. Okay. Mercury is now in retrograde as well as Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. All of those planets are significant in this reading. Um, Also, in the past here of this year, March 13th through the 14th of 2025 could be very significant. Okay. Is that Pisces season? That is Pisces season, which Pisces is also significant in this energy dealing with Neptune. It is currently in the constellation of Pisces at the time of this reading, and it looks like it'll be there until 2026. It only changes positions or signs or constellations every 14 years. Okay. We also have with the blood moon, this is what happened. This is the last blood moon at the time of this reading. It was March 13th or 14th of 2025. All right. It was a total lunar eclipse. That's when the earth is between the sun and the moon. Um, so you might want to check your calendar if something doesn't come to mind, quickly, or maybe you want to look back on that later. Something about psychological effort on the blood moon. Okay. March 13th through the 14th. There could have been some sort of dependence or even some sort of lockdown. Someone may have lost their freedom during that time. Someone may have passed away at that time with the Nine of Pentacles being in reverse. Okay. Um, so I don't know, somebody could have been playing something small or a relationship small, or even the fact that maybe someone who may have passed away or something that happened during that time, maybe you didn't pay attention to, maybe something wasn't announced, something also could have been kept very private. It looks like some sort of escapism energy. I could be speaking with the Pisces. Um, there could have been some sort of inspiration or dream, possibly even a delusion of some sort of success or victory that someone was strategizing about. Someone could also be an earth sign, someone who's very straightforward. Okay, they could have a very cheerful personality. Um, Maybe something wasn't clear. Somebody didn't set a clear goal that may have resulted in some sort of failure, or maybe even just a small victory that someone may have deluded themselves in believing they could overcome. Okay, someone could be dealing with escapism, like that could be something natural that they do, especially if you have Pisces highly aspected. Someone could also be using drugs and alcohol to escape some sort of reality about their work or a lack of success in their work. This could cover a range of activities going on here. All right, so there could be tunnel vision and even delusion, like I said, when it comes to love. 14 could be significant. That's Emperor and that gives me Emperor and Sagittarius energy. So with the pre-shadow retrograde, like I said, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto are now currently in retrograde. And it is a time of introspection, reflection, and revisiting past situations. Okay. That's coming up here with Virgo in reverse and the Three of Cups. So I don't know. It could just be someone who's extroverted. Like I said, big outside personality, but inside either you're shy, you really stay to yourself, when you're not in public. So you could be like a celebrity or someone who's well known or someone who's in the public eye. Could be due to your job or whatever you do for your career or advocacy. Okay. Um, so when planets are or in retrograde, it appears that they are moving backwards in the sky from our perspective on Earth here. Like I said, introspection, reflection, and revisiting past situations. This also could be by past success or past rewards that someone has received, okay, for being outward. Maybe it's time for someone to go within because there's rest that needs to be handled, particularly with the mind. Okay, either you need to go within to help someone else, or you need to help yourself and go within. So with Mercury, I'm reading online here an AI overview about Mercury, the planet of communication and travel. It is in retrograde in Leo. This can lead to communication mishaps, delays, and challenges with technology. Also, with Saturn retrograde, associated with responsibility and structure, is retrograde in Aries and Pisces. And this period can bring introspection related to long-term goals, relationship, and personal boundaries. This takes us also back to March 13th through 14th. That's Pisces season of this year. Also with Neptune, Pisces, again, the planet of dreams and intuition is retrograde in Aries. We got Aries and Pisces. Virgo. This can lead to a deeper exploration of intuition and emotions. I feel like Virgo is more the past here, like we're really in Leo energy. I'm reading for Leo. So the planet of dreams and intuition with Neptune is retrograde in Aries, and it leads to a deeper exploration of intuition and emotions. And of course, we're in Pluto retrograde right now, associated with transformation and power. It's retrograde in Aquarius, and this time can bring about significant changes and a reevaluation of personal power. So this is a really self-guided reading here. Okay. Keep using these tarot cards. I wish y'all all the best, y'all. Really hope this helps anyone who comes across it. I see a few more people subscribed last night, and I appreciate that. I'm really here to help. Okay. I'm really here to help myself, first of all, help my family heal from, you know, a lot of psychological damage. And I just want to share what I've learned and just help others to make the world a better place for all of us. It may sound corny, but it's the truth. I mean, doesn't really have to be big and loud, just I just want to share and participate in the healing of the world. I don't want to be a problem. All right, that's all it is. No harm. I don't intend to hurt anyone or harm anyone or make anyone feel any particular way. I just want you to feel who you are. I want to see a beautiful face, okay, in the place. So let's deal with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Swords energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or just someone who's very wise, very sharp. Looks like someone who's a big thinker. I don't know, a lot of transformation, inward transformation, possibly about your confidence, changing. Um, mm, this energy of sadness. Why do I keep getting this sadness? Because you've realized something about your past. You've discovered that you've pretended to be happy and celebratory, or someone is pretending that. Okay, there's an ending to that or a fulfillment of this discovery of an idealism. Like I've said, we're dealing with a lot of Neptune. You could just be thinking about things, dreaming about things, really wanting to make a change, or you're on the precipice of that. The past could be stopping you or someone you know who could be in your energy, quenching some sort of desire to celebrate. I don't know. Are you trying to hold back on purpose? Maybe you're being guided to, hold back some sort of happiness. Someone in your energy is not very authentic, and I feel like you've discovered this. Someone could be just carrying an energy of sadness. I don't know if it's a particular reason or they could be missing you. You could be missing someone. I do have Gemini energy. Oh, a dependence. Also with the Nine of Pentacles is in reverse is a dependence also. A habit could be on a Capricorn. Someone's used to a particular idea or thinking a certain way. Maybe you've been stuck in a relationship or you've been stuck in some sort of mindset of a relationship. It doesn't have to be a particular one. It could just be an ideal of what happiness really is. Maybe this is the so a lot of us realize that we've been fake and not intentionally. We've just been living the dreams of other people. We've been living in the delusions of those around us. And I'm not saying that anybody intentionally did this. I don't feel like it's an intentional thing. I feel like it's just being human. It's just trying to survive and be in this life and get along. You're trying to follow the rules. Right now, you might be going against it. You could also be in some sort of lack of passion. Someone could be celibate, but if something's not real, they're just depending on some sort of attraction. Maybe someone's attraction has faded for someone, a dependency. Capricorn, Gemini energy, both six energy. We're also dealing with someone's morals. Someone could be very, maybe someone, no, this passion could involve work. We put a lot of passion in that. Maybe someone's not even sexually involved right now because of work. It could also be like someone's some sort of counselor, or you could be sharing your wisdom with younger people. I don't know, a teacher or something like that. It could be like a higher, like high school, college, university. Maybe someone's teaching marriage classes or something like that. Um, so someone's not wanting to change their judgment of themselves, or someone doesn't want you to change. I'm feeling like this is an inside job. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who Emperor. Somebody's dependent on this masculine energy. It could be the patriarchy that they're dependent on. Whoever represents the patriarchy in your life. Okay, you got to see it from all angles. I'm hoping someone understands what I'm saying. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we got High Priestess with this Mercury energy, Gemini, Virgo, inner wisdom. Mm, mhm. Y'all know Mercury represents expression and communication. It does rule how we communicate, whether this is in person, through technology, which also comes up in this reading. Okay. The planet Mercury is also known for being analytical and curious, which would give us that air energy, the Gemini energy. This Queen of Swords is a Gemini. Is that, did I say Pisces? I don't know what, yeah. Neptune changes positions every 14 years. And then Mercury changes position every 14 days, except when it's in retrograde, which it is right now. Wow. Known for being analytical and curious. All air energy here. This can help us better understand our own thoughts so that we can gain clarity in all situations and relationships. That is my objective. When you clear away all the BS, that's my objective. Because when I start to think about if I understood this relationship, or I understood how I related to people, or how I did not relate to people, I would have figured this stuff out. Okay. So when we know better, we do better, right? But it's okay. Help us understand our own thoughts so that we can gain clarity in all situations and relationships, personal, business, you know, just strangers in the street, just giving someone a smile so that their day can be better. We don't have that pressure. Someone won't snap on somebody because we gave them a smile. We shared some of our our lightness. Okay. Mercury is also known as the trickster, especially when in retrograde. See, that's why we get this back and forth, up and down. Someone's not being authentic. Someone is not the one. Someone's just dependent on, it could be a sexual energy, but it's not something that somebody could be hiding some sort of sexual desires of being fake. Maybe somebody's playing a role in public, but they're really like a lady in the streets, but the freak in the sheets energy. I mean, I guess ain't nothing wrong with that. From what I hear, okay? But someone's not being their authentic self. They're not being who they really truly want to be through and through, okay? By day or by night. You got to be yourself 24/7. I don't feel like there's any need to be fake. We just have to be polite just so we don't harm folks or send out negative energy. I don't, there's some time to where you got to put on a mask, okay? But someone someone could be very clearly, have a resting bitch face. Like they don't give a damn what other people think about how they're feeling. But I don't know if it's real. No matter if they're putting on this bitchiness to the world and they're really a sweetheart underneath. They could have been hurt, or you could have been hurt by, someone who took your heart for granted and you got to put it on ice. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm not getting any sort of devilish energy here, even though the devil energy is here. Somebody's just dependent on that, whether it's a partner or whether it's just you. I'm only really getting one energy in here and how you deal with others or a group of people. Okay. There could be some sort of third party attachment. There's an energy attachment. It's probably something in the past, an energy from the past. It could be someone who's projecting towards you. Could just be a spirit. Could be someone who's passed away. As above, so below. You could be carrying the energy of your parent or, yeah, we got Aquarius energy. You haven't quite cleared something here. It also could be this Queen of Swords is an Aquarius. This is a Leo reading. And okay, so it says emotionally abusive. It could be an Aquarius who was emotionally abused, or this Aquarius could be emotionally abusive. Could be two Aquariuses. Take it how it resonates. Okay. Someone also could have been, your life could have been clouded by this emotional abuse. You could be recognizing it from someone else. This could have caused some sort of idealism about someone could have been grown up watching someone cheat in the either a parental relationship. This gave you some sort of idea or even some sort of delusion about the way things work, or even the fact that you need to even be in a relationship. Because if you want to be with different people, then don't commit yourself to one person. That's something we all need to be taught. It's okay to be single. It's okay to be free and be, just make sure you make your request. You communicate responsibly like an adult, expression and communicate. So people aren't deceived or deluded into thinking the relationship is one way and it's really something else. You got a whole different agenda on your mind, or they've got something completely different on their mind. That could be the situation in this reading. All right. So with the Six of Wands in reverse, a lack of victory or success, or even a lack of desire, this could be a delusion. Okay. Someone went to the mall. It could be a habit, a dependency. I've been coming up with shopping addictions here lately. That's also some sort of symptom or a manifestation of deeper issues, possibly to feel some desire to be seen or to be attractive or to look attractive. But things just aren't authentic. Something's not real. Someone needs to dress how they feel. Okay. San Francisco could be significant. As above, so below. Someone could be from there, could shop there, some sort of tie to San Francisco. So we have the Hermit in reverse, an introspection, or someone's not looking within. We do have High Priestess in the upright, inner wisdom. Someone also could be facing a bench trial. What is that? Right in front of the judge or something like that. It could represent spiritual judgment. We do have the Hierophant in reverse and the Will in reverse. There's no change in someone's either moral standing, or someone wants to continue to go against the grain. I do have Emperor. Someone is free and sovereign. Someone could have control over communication and expression, but I feel like it could be a trickster energy. Someone's very karmic. An emperor, bench trial. Could be a judge or someone standing in judgment of a group of people. As above, so below. So, something's stationary. Something, there's no change in the communication. Someone has abandonment issues. Maybe somebody's just refusing to speak up, or they're really afraid. Someone could be afraid of what an emperor might say. They may have some sort of inner wisdom about expectation of communication or expression. Someone also may be able to read between the lines of someone. Like if it's a couple or someone who's been together for a long time, you understand or you can see how someone reacts, or you can relate to that energy. Could be because they could mimic the same energy as your parents. That would make sense if you're drawn to this energy or in a relationship with an emperor. Or you could be this Queen of Swords who has this empiric energy. Like you could carry this energy of a man, but you're actually a woman. Like that could be a judge. I could see that, a feminine judge, a woman judge. Other than the delusions here, I don't really see too much feminine energy. The abusive, emotional abuse from childhood, from the past. Someone may be in that energy of continuing to emotionally abuse themselves, not, expressing proper communication to your inner self, so that you continue to remain into this temptuous, I feel like somebody dresses for, ooh, very provocative, or they like wear tight clothing, or they like flashy things, which is a Leo energy, which, that's pretty natural though. Okay. Maybe somebody needs to dress that way. Maybe you're dressing more like business attire, more like a Queen of Pentacles, a homebody, and you really have this desire to pop out. Pop out and show somebody. Pop out and show somebody. So I do have the Queen of Pentacles here with this Aquarius energy. You have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo could have been made a mistake or took a foolish step to block themselves or block some emotional abuse, but things are complete due to a confrontation. This also could be a court energy. And we got Aries. It kept coming up too. Aries kept coming up. Oh, maybe there's no new start. Um, or you successfully blocked an emotional abuser. Listen, King of Pentacles, a conception. Someone maybe, yeah, somebody was emotionally abused in a home, father, mother figure, either one or both, or, you know, to each other. Okay. Went to the mall with this Knight of Wands in reverse, got High Priestess again in the upright. So someone has a lot of inner wisdom, or there's a resolution. Someone could be getting a resolution through this reading. You could be very intuitive, um, but somebody's dependent on a lack of motivation. Depending on someone to have a lack of motivation, someone may feel like you might be passing them up, or I don't know. You could be headed towards some sort of reward or completion before them or graduation. Look, there's competition here. It's within a family, or somebody's battling like confidence levels or something like that. I mean, listen, y'all can be inspired. We should be inspired with each other, through each other. But don't take these things personally. You still have to work off your own energy. You could be someone that works off their own energy, but somebody's deluded about a competition. Made a post about a father who, or a man, it could be a water sign, it could be this King of Pentacles here, somebody, a man who likes to stir up competition between the women in their life, whether it be their children's mother, their sisters, mothers involved and stuff like that. They got the women in their life all riled up in some sort of delusion about a competition, that somebody's resolution, they want to be dependent on shopping. Someone could be using someone just for money, like there could have been some sort of or someone may be saying that there's a trap, or somebody was a baby trap, or they refuse to acknowledge something or reflect. And this judge here, or this judgment, it looks like somebody's making a judgment. They're trying to reflect on something. A Six of Pentacles, good health, or somebody's deluded about their good health. Somebody just thinks they're all that. I don't, this King of Cups, here he is. I don't know. You could be married to somebody and you got child's father out here, or this is an ex who's dependent on making a mistake or doing something foolishly, or not being able to lead either a people or a child. Someone may be trying to steal your child back or take your child back. You guys share children or a child here. This father or this King of Cups here lacks some sort of introspection. They're unable to express their communication, express how they feel. Someone could have a lot of money. This King of Cups could be very well off here, or he does something naturally. Naturally, it could be a natural builder, yeah, a priest. He could be very intuitive, but lacks some sort of creativity or acceptance of what's real. That you guys don't belong together, or someone could be blinded by either their own light, or somebody's in their energy trying to keep them blinded. All right, so let me go ahead and wrap up here, y'all. Appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the reading if it resonates with you or you feel like it'll help somebody. Okay. The more we help each other come up, To get our minds together and our hearts together, the faster we all can prosper. That's the way I see it. However you feel like, what's prosperity to you, because everybody has their own ideas of that. It could be physical, mental, spiritual, physical things. Y'all know what I mean? So in a few days, things will be something about a few days. Something could be complete, or there could be some sort of conception, an idea. Pay attention to the present moment, okay? Don't go too far ahead. The past looks like it's dealing with itself here, as long as you stay protected by not overworking yourself or not overthinking, not overanalyzing. It looks like you deserve a standing ovation, my dear. Okay? As above, so below. You may get one in a few days. Don't worry about it. Just depend on your own energy. There is a copycat who may be trying to dress like you, look like you. They're in some sort of delusion. Like I said, here again, there's someone else in your energy. This person feels like they could be getting a resolution through some sort of intuitive energy, or maybe someone's a reader, or they use it as a way to make their money or a living. All right. Someone could be having a bad day. This copycat is having a bad day because something you weren't able to be kept in your mind, okay, about a divine match, a standing ovation for a divine match, an ideal. Now, if this is what you want, okay, but feel like someone may be looking for a divine match out of this need to please society, or an organization, even a job requirement. Some jobs want you to look like you're married. Maybe that could be that someone married on the outside, but on the inside they're separate, or they live separate lives, or there's nothing going on emotionally. Okay, as above, so below. I think I did a reading a while back about someone, being married or attached to someone for the look of it, or convenience, or whatever it may bring. Someone could have gotten married to make themselves look better for a child, or in a court situation, custody situation, something like that. I'm getting a lot of earth and water energy. Like someone could be very well off and balanced and they look that way, but they lack authenticity. It's not real. Something about it's not real. Okay, I feel like somebody's up for spiritual judgment with this bench trial because of some reckless behavior. Something may come to light in a few days. An attractive man. Yeah, this King of Cups here. Having a bad day. Pay attention to the present moment. He may be trying to communicate, make some sort of communication. Something about yesterday. Somebody's divine match could be gone. Yesterday. Okay, so you had a divine match, or somebody was connected, or they felt like this relationship in the past could have been divine. They stepped out too fast and did something they may not have, someone could regret doing. Yeah. Whoever the masculine is in this energy is karmic. Y'all stay blessed and grounded, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.